ask yourself, look yourself in the mirror, look yourself in the eye. Look at the eye. Are you a seeker? Is that in your DNA? Are you a seeker? Is that in your makeup? Are you a seeker? If you look up the definition of seeker on Google or old-fashioned dictionary, whatever you want to do, are you a seeker? Are you somebody that wants to journey out? Somebody that wants to always seek, always find the answer, always find a better answer, always fix something, always make something better. I do that at work. Or I'll do that like even in my room or in my office. I'll sit there and I'll look at the wall and I'll look at the bookcase and I'll say, okay, the bookcase has been like that for years. But if I just tweak it this way, if I just set the stuff this way, it'd be more practical. Or if I just put the desk over here, it'd be by the window, be by the electric plugs, be more. My mind is always seeking a better way to do something. Every time I do it, and every situation that I'm in, over and over and over again. That's a creative mind. That's a seeker's mind. And I will do it at work. There'll be a certain way to do things. And what bothers me today with our society today is management is conditioned to do things a certain way. You want to do it this way. You don't think out of the box. You don't do it any other way. Okay? But if you don't have a seeker's mind, you don't invent, you don't create, you don't discover, you don't reveal. You don't do any of that. You're not allowed to do any of that if you don't have a seeker's mind or allowed to seek. So if I'm at work and I'm seeing a certain thing like, well, this is the break room and the door never wants to stay open. Why doesn't the door ever want to stay open? And I see, because the hinges on the door are not quite right. It needs to be fixed. I mean, that's a major fix. Not something that I'm going to do. But the door will open and it shuts and it won't stay open. And sometimes in the break room it gets hot. And what's amazing to me, there's so many people that will go in and out of the break room and never try to think of a way to get the air in the room. That say, oh, it's hot in here. It's hot in here. Me, I'm saying, okay, if I do this and if I do that, if I put a block, if I do this and do that, we can hold the door open. That's a seeker's mind. A seeker's mind is somebody who's always figuring out a better way. It's like if you're going to go to a store and you're going to go into a parking lot, you're not just going to go take the first. You'll see people go, oh, I'm going to grab that. That's first slot. I'm going to grab that. They'll think that way. Those are the people that are manipulated. Those are people that are controlled by their environment. Don't let your environment control you. You control your environment. A seeker controls their environment. And I'm not saying the rain and the snow and the wind. I'm not going there. I'm just saying your general environment, your human environment that you live in. A seeker tries to manipulate or control the environment. So I would drive into the parking lot of, let's say, Target or a garage. I do this if I go to a hospital and a parking garage. And I'm going up the levels. And this is how a seeker is always learning. Their mind is always learning. So you go in the parking lot and you're driving and you're looking down the lanes. You're looking at down the lanes for a slot. You're not going to the first one you can find. You're not saying, coming around the corner. When you come around the corner and you say, oh man, it's full. Oh man, it's full. Oh man, it's full. Or you'll just park on the side and be stealth and wait for somebody to back out. You're thinking out of the box. You're thinking beyond, oh, I got to get parked. Don't let that control you. Don't let them manipulate you. Think as a seeker, okay? That's a seeker's mind. And if you have a seeker's mind, or if you don't have a seeker's mind, but you do, we all do. We all have that seeker's mind that we want to know how to fix that better, make that better. What's on the other side of the mountain? What's on the other side of the wall? What's on the other side of the curtain? It's like if you look at the movie The Wizard of Oz, okay? She was seeking. The Wizard of Oz, reason it was and still is one of the greatest movies ever made. And you can use this formula to make any great movie. But she was seeking answers, okay? That's how it started. She was seeking answers, okay? And so when she left the house, she went on the yellow brick road. The yellow brick road was the path to the answer, okay? And the scarecrow and the cowardly lion and the tin man gave her answers to herself. It was more introspective than it was outward, okay? The movie, if you think about the movie, think about The Wizard of Oz and the content and the way it was written, oh, it's a children's movie. Well, yes, it was a children's movie, but it's with an adult concept in terms of the deeper meaning of the movie was she was seeking. She was seeking. And here's the answer to the movie. Sometimes when you go out to seek something, it's right there in front of you. It's right in your front yard. And that's what she realized when she finally went to the wizard. And the wizard wanted to get her home, and the wizard put her in a balloon and wanted to get her home. Okay? She realized that. They all sang that, and they all told her that in that movie. They all said, there is no place like home. Even though you're seeking home, you're seeking something to bring harmony to you inside you. You're seeking something to make you feel better, to make you understand things better or clearer. And sometimes, like in The Wizard of Oz, we have to take that journey. We have to take that journey away from our home, away from our comfort zone, away from our security blanket, away from our security and the walls around us, everything that's protecting us. We have to break away from all that to find out the answer to what we're seeking for. You follow what I'm saying? So, in the common point philosophy, it is taught, it is understood, it is promoted all the time to be a seeker. Be a seeker. Don't settle. Never settle. People that are religious settle. And what's really interesting about a lot of religions, and especially, well, Moses and Jesus, both of them, they were seekers. Jesus was a seeker for the answers. He was a seeker for the truth. He was a seeker for his people. He went out there. He went out there to teach his people, and he also went out there to learn, to gain knowledge, to gain wisdom from other teachers. Same with Moses. Moses, he went across the desert. So I'm going to go across the desert. I'm going to do whatever it takes to find the promised land, to find the answers to what God's telling me to do. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with the religion. I'm saying all those stories are the same. They're all the same. They're all telling you the answer is out there. You must seek. What I teach you in the common point philosophy, the answer could be out there, but you can't see it unless you look within. If I'm saying, hold on, I haven't had a drink. Here's to you guys. It's just so damn hot. So, the point of this video is this. Jesus said this. At least in the Bible it says that he said this. Seek and you shall find. Seek and you shall find the answers. Seek and you shall find a better life. But he also taught the answers are within you. The truth is in with you. I can't talk. Again, the truth is in you. The truth is in you. What do you mean by that, John? The truth is in you. Meaning, you must look inward. You must look like you're looking in a mirror. You're looking at yourself. You're seeing yourself out of yourself. Here's yourself. Here I am here. Here's me there looking at me. And me is looking at me saying, are you being honest with yourself? Are you being brutally honest with yourself? Because you can't see the truth unless you're honest with yourself. You can't seek anything unless you're honest with yourself. You can't see anything unless you're honest with yourself. Right now, right this minute, we're going through a lot of turmoil in our country with our politicians because they cannot see within themselves. They refuse to see within themselves. They've put up a wall. This is the wall that our politicians have put up for themselves. They've put up a wall of what is true and what is not true. And what is true is within them, but they won't let it out of them. They won't show you the truth. They won't share with you the truth. I'll be right back. I'm back. So we were talking about showing, hang on. We were talking about people that will not show the truth. They can't look within themselves and bring out the truth or live with the truth. So that brings me to the next subject in this video, the meat and potatoes of this video. And here's a question I want to ask you. Are you reactive or proactive? Are you reactive? Do you react to things emotionally without hesitation, without critical thinking? Or are you proactive? Most people are reactive. In other words, if you see a car crash, you react to it because you want to protect yourself. You want to protect your environment. That's in our DNA to be reactive. So are you, think about it in your mind, are you reactive or proactive in that situation? I tend to be proactive. In other words, when something happens, excuse me, when something happens, like a disaster happens, my mind, my body, my senses, everything about me is proactive. What do I do to protect this person? What do I do to get this person out of the car? What do I do immediately my mind is going like, okay, I'll go direct traffic while the ambulance is coming, or I'll jump in. I just jump in. It's not a reactive thing. It's a proactive thing. Excuse me. Sorry about my throat. But anyway, I gotta keep drinking. So, seekers, the majority of people that are seekers are proactive. We're talking about the parking lot, looking for the spot, talking about the political figures that are in our government they're reactive, they're not proactive. So why are some people reactive, some people proactive? I think this is my belief. As far as about politicians is concerned, I believe that they are reactive out of fear. I think most people are reactive out of fear, not necessarily physical fear. It can be monetarily fear, losing money fear, losing status fear. Status fear. Ha! I made a joke. Okay, John, come on. But what I'm saying is, most people that are reactive, they react out of fear. You know, you come home and you look at your bank account and you lose your mind because, oh my God, I don't have enough money. I'm going to lose the house. I'm going to get foreclosed on. Let's be reactive. Proactive is sitting down and going, okay, how can we analyze this? How can we figure this out? How can we make this work? Because everything's workable. Everything can be worked out. And what I was saying earlier about the common point philosophy, which can help you with all this. If you are a reactive kind of person, you can train your mind, you can train your environment that you create to be more proactive, which will give you a much better harmonious life if you are more proactive than you are reactive. Okay? So back to the beginning, we're talking about seekers. Are you a seeker or are you a follower? People that are religious, people that are very religious, are reactive. The masses can be reactive. And that's the other thing, too. If you put yourself in a situation, and you see this all the time, like crowds go a certain way and everybody follows like sheep or cattle. Think of cattle in that sense. That's being reactive. When I grew up on the farm, we'd have a lot of cows, and a couple of cows are running this way. Even though the cows are grazing, they're peaceful, they will see the other cows running and they'll follow them. They'll follow them through the fence because they're not thinking it through. They're thinking danger. They're thinking reactive, not proactive. So in the common point philosophy, I teach you to be or focus on being proactive with everything you do. Because in order for you to connect to source, in order to connect to the universe, in order to connect, to make that leap of that connection to do and get anything you want in life that you desire, that you need, you have to be proactive. You can't sit and think it's just going to happen and be reactive. You got to be proactive. So starting in the beginning, we talked about, are you a seeker? So the question is, look at yourself. Look at yourself, like I said, deep into yourself, like I'm talking about the Wizard of Oz, about Dorothy, looking within. Oz telling her to look within, or the what's her name, the Good Witch, She had her say a certain thing. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. What she was having her do. I'm sorry for I stumble over my words when I'm talking, but I'm getting it all out. I got to get it all out. It's in my mind. My mouth goes quicker than my mind, but I eventually get it out, and that's the way I do my videos. So bear in mind with me. So what the Good Witch was telling her was, in her mind, say this saying, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. She was teaching her to be introspective, to look inward. She was trying to get her to look inward. That home is where the heart is. Home is inside. Home is within you. It's not somewhere. Even though she physically had to go back home. But home is not somewhere. Home is within you. Okay? Hold on. I'm probably going to have to stop drinking soda when I'm doing my videos because it makes me want to burp. But hey, I'm real. I'm about being real. I'm not about being fake and whatever and all that kind of stuff. This is who I am, and that's what I do. So, talking about being a seeker or becoming or trying to become a seeker in the common point philosophy. First of all are welcomed. Everybody is welcome into our community. I don't care if you're I don't care who you are. You all are welcomed into our community. And I hope that over time, as you come to my lectures, as you watch me speak, as you listen to me speak or teach, that you will look within more. Look in, don't look outward so much. Don't make your search outward so much. Make your search inward. Always make your search inward. Mind, body, soul, spirit, all that stuff. And like I said, I use spirit as a metaphor. Because the more you look inward, the more you, and that's why meditation is really good. But the more you look inward, the deeper you go inward to yourself, into your core, taking the mask off, taking the shields off, taking the protection off of you. The more you go deeper inward to yourself, the more you will understand yourself. And the more you understand yourself, or why you do what you do, the freer you will become. I'm going to repeat that. The more you look within yourself, the more you understand yourself and why you do what you do and who you are and your makeup, physically, mentally, spiritually, all that. The deeper you go into your inner core about who you are, the happier you will be. The happier you will be by accepting your inner core on who you are. Back to being proactive. That's being proactive. Don't let the universe tell you who you are. Don't let society tell you who you should be. You are who you are. You are created who you are. And who you want to become is you accepting who you are. Who you want to become is you accepting without any question who I am, who you are. Okay? So when you get to that point, some people have a hard time getting there. They just block it. Like I said earlier about the politicians, they're living in this plastic world about if I don't act this way, live this way, say this way, it's all fear. They will lose so much. But here's the thing. What they will lose will be the facade. What they gain will be real. What they will lose will be the facade. Don't be a facade. What they will gain and what you will gain by accepting your true self will be you, will be the genuine you, okay? So in closing, I started this video out about, are you proactive or are you reactive? Yes, it's human nature to be reactive to a lot of things. Oh my God, the house is on fire, what am I going to do? But think in terms of that. Think in terms, oh my God, the dog got loose, he's running down the road. What is the best solution for that? When the dog got loose and running down the road. You're thinking about, oh my God, traffic's going to hit the dog. Oh my God, the dog's in the road. Oh my God. Is that where your mind is going to go? Or is your mind going to go, oh, grab the leash, get the flashlight, it's night, go, put the shoes on, go, get the dog. Think critically. Try to think critically with any of those kind of situations. And that will make you a seeker. That will make you a true seeker.